Tory Lanez tried to get a retrial. It got denied. He's facing a minimum of 9 years, but the prosecutors have actually asked for a more severe sentence because he's facing up to 22 years. And this is what they said. They said there's 3 aggravating factors that will allow for the judge to give a more severe sentence. They said the defendant's actions also demonstrated a high level of callousness. Number 1, they say that Tory Lanez used a semi-automatic handgun and Megan Thee Stallion was very vulnerable at the time of the shooting. As the victim began to walk away from the defendant wearing only a bikini and no shoes, the defendant mocked the victim with "dance bitch" as he opened fire in her direction. With no justifiable reason, the defendant fired not just 1, but up to 5 rounds in the direction of the victim in the middle of a residential neighborhood. The brazenness of defendant's conduct is alarming, but the conscious disregard for the well-being and safety for all those around him signifies a high degree of indifference for human life. So that's their argument to the judge to say, throw the book at him.
I mean, 9 years for somebody who never did a bid is probably throwing a book at him.
True.
So I don't, what they want to give him, 25 years?
Well, he's facing up to 22.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
dude, that's something.
It is
22.
It is excessive.
Listen, 22 years is something you get when you get a body.
Right.
But California laws is tough. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and I've said this a lot.
That's assault. You should, like, I could see 7, 8. Yeah, but 22 years, and I don't take sides on, you know, Tory's wrong or right or whatever it is. I just know whatever happened wasn't supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Because it left 2 people fucked up. You in jail, and, you know, Shorty head was fucked up behind what happened.
She was shot.
Yeah.
In the feet.
Yeah, it was a fucked up thing. So, and both of their fans, it was just a lot. A whole bunch of fans in the middle of the shit. But what I'm saying to you is 22 years, that's like that's a body.
Right. But they didn't say.
I don't know what California laws.
They're not asking. They didn't actually put a number because I actually looked into this whole thing. They didn't say give him 22 years.
Don't they charge you about a bullet, 2 and a gun, 2 or something like that?
Possibly.
You got to look it up. You got to look up California
There's a lot going on. But look, I've always said this. When it comes to these trials, please keep in mind that if you choose to speak out against the prosecutors, against the judge, against the assistant DA, these are all people with egos and feelings. So if you want to fuck with them, because Tory Lanez did a whole press release saying that the DA is crooked, they're trying to, send an innocent black man to jail,
every case,
he's racist and everything else like that.
Every case I caught in my life, it was by myself. So I never had a co-defendant. So there was never nobody to tell on because I cop out on myself.
Okay.
I'll take the cop out. So for me, like I said on the last interview, if somebody's saying I did something and I shot him, and I don't care if I spent $500,000 with my lawyer, $250,000, I think my lawyer should just tell me to cop out.
Me, I would have copped out. I would have been like, you know what? I shot her and I cop out and that's it. Like it's
right.
That's for me. You know what I mean? I would have been too scared to go to trial. Like, yo, I don't want to do extra time.
That's it. I'm not saying I passed the bar or no shit like that. You know what I mean? Because I definitely didn't pass the bar.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing. I just had a lot of lawyer friends. Shout out to Bob Macedonia. Shout out to Scott Lehman. Shout out to Mark Gand. Who else? Steve Murphy. I just know there's a lawyer for different cases. If you want to go federal, you go with a Scott Lehman, or you know what I'm saying.
If you want to appeal, it's a whole different lawyer.
Yeah, you want to go federal, you go with a Don Florio. Shout out to Don Florio. Don Florio is like, everybody loves Don Florio. You know, you can go federal or state with them. You know, you wanna I forgot, what was it? Edward Hammond he used to work for the parole board. He was a parole lawyer, so he got me a chance to travel around the world and have no problems. I just couldn't be around. I had to ride on. I couldn't ride on buses with too many felons and shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? They had to have me on the bus with the violins and shit like that.
Right. And a lot of guys had felonies.
From my experiences of getting in trouble in the past and G-Unit, because G-Unit's one of the rap groups that had the most fucking trouble, most beefs with everybody in history. That's what we're gonna be known for in history of hip hop. You know, it's just different lawyers for different things. Like I said last time, if somebody says I shot him or I stabbed him or did anything to them, and it's a live witness, I'm copping out.
Yeah.
That's just me, you know, because I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not really scared to, knock on wood, go to jail. I just don't want to go to jail. It's not a nice place, but it sometimes it is what it is in life.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not, and I'm not saying that Tory's scared to go or nothing like that.
I think he's scared to go. He's never been.
I'm just saying, for me,
most people would be scared to go who've never been.
Like, let me give you two options, and I will ask you too, right? Would you rather cop out and maybe take 5 years, right? Maybe 4 years, 5 years, and maybe do 3 of that program, maybe do 3 years. Would you take that, or you're gonna play with doing 10 or 15?
Or 22.
Yeah, I'm not playing with the state's money. So for me, even if you had a lawyer, if I know I'm dead out court, right? Like, they caught a gun, I know my fingerprints is on that gun. So if my fingerprints is on that gun, right? I'm not playing with the people, because once they do all the fucking ballistic tests and all that shit, oh, his fingerprints on the gun, he took it to trial. Oh, you blowing trial. You doing more time, way more time, because you play with the state's money.